How much are you worth? Do you treat yourself like you're worth it? Do you act like you're worthy to have that opportunity? Do you act like you're worthy to be respected? Do you act like somebody who is capable of getting that grade, getting that first job, getting into Harvard? Do you act like you're worth it? Do you value yourself? Get your notebooks out. This is going to be a good one. Now, I hope you guys are having a great day. What I want to say to you is this: how much are you worth? Lars, what do you mean by that? Let me break it down. A lot of times in life, we tie our value to how much we can give and how much money we have. We tie our value to the dollar amount in our bank account rather than the value within us. So earlier today, I'm sitting in the lobby and I'm hungry. I'm hungry, hungry, hungry. And a month ago, I stopped buying takeout to, stop spending so much money on it. And I would bring lunch to my office. But today, I have forgot my lunch at home. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, man, I'm really hungry. I could just, finish my work and then go back to my house and then eat there, which makes sense. But then I asked myself, well, why would I want to do that instead of just getting some food now? And after writing and journaling and thinking about it for a bit, it came down to I felt like I didn't do enough to buy some food yet. I had the money, so it's not about the financial part. It's I felt like I hadn't sent enough emails today. I felt like I haven't posted enough. I felt like I haven't made enough videos. I felt like I didn't do enough. But then you take it even further. Why did I think that I had to do enough to justify that? Because if you instead just be enough, you don't need to do enough. And to make that more simple, because that was a lot of multi layered thoughts, when you are tying your self worth, when you are tying whether or not you should buy yourself some food to how much work you did, and then you tie that even deeper into you're afraid to spend this money because you felt like you haven't done enough. You're saying that this money is up here and you're here. And you're saying that this money is worth more than you getting your needs met. And if you're not taking good care of yourself, how do you expect to achieve those goals in life? If you're not taking good care of yourself, how do you expect to be able to get that grade you want, to study for that test, to get that first job, to get into college, to get the life that you deserve? And throughout our life, we're often taught who tie our worth to money. Oh, get the good job, get the big degree, get the big house, get this, get that. But very rarely are people taught to love themselves for themselves. We get taught to love our bank account. We get taught to love our car, to love other people, and that's a great thing. To love all the stuff and all the people and all the opportunities, but very rarely do people get taught love you, value yourself, treat yourself like you matter, talk to yourself like you matter, show up for yourself like you matter, eat like you matter, get water, exercise, treat yourself like you matter. Because if you say to yourself, okay, my value is in my bank account, my value is in my driveway, my value is in my house, you're going to only think of yourself like this, when in reality, you're like the ocean inside of a drop. There was a philosopher who said that a while back. But we often act like, oh, I'm just a drop in the ocean. We treat ourselves so much worse than we treat other people most of the time. And I notice this in myself sometimes where I will go above and beyond to try and help my family. I will go above and beyond for them if they ask. But I don't always go above and beyond for myself. Sometimes I do, but not all the time. And what I want to talk like what the main point of the video that I'm trying to get across because I had such a deep realization when this hit me is that the way you treat yourself is going to also set the foundation for how the world treats you. The way you treat yourself will also set the foundation for how the world will treat you. If you walk into a room like you believe you don't deserve to be there, like you just walk in like, man, I'm here for the job interview, you're gonna get treated like, man, you just here for the job interview. But if you walk in there and say, hey, my name's Lawrence, I'm here for the job interview, I applied online, I got the email, they're gonna treat you like you deserve to be treated. They're gonna treat you with respect. They're gonna shake hands. They're gonna look in your eyes. They're going to treat you proper. But if you show up thinking that you're not good enough, if you show up acting like, man, I'm only worth 15 an hour, man, I'm only worth this amount of money, man, I'm only worth community college, and I'm not talking down these things, obviously, I'm just using them as examples. But if you walk in instead and say, man, I'm about to be the CEO, I'm about to run this thing, I'm about to be the manager, I'm about to go to Harvard, I'm about to achieve these bigger, better, and greater things, you'll be treated as such. But it starts first with respecting yourself. It starts first with treating yourself like you matter. It starts first with understanding that your worth and your value as a person is not what you do, it is not what you have, it is just who you are. And when you are who you are, authentically, raw, with respect, with care, with understanding that the bank account don't define me, car don't define me, the house don't define me, the relationship don't define me. That's when you're able to tap into a deeper level of your self-worth and a deeper level of opportunities, a deeper level of blessings in life. But the irony too is that as you get to these like higher and higher levels, you also have to dig deeper and deeper into the darker parts of yourself, like the doubts, the fears, the worries, the insecurities, the limiting beliefs. This is an ongoing process. So people often think like your life is going to be like this, when in actuality, it's more like this. It's like this wave that goes up. But as you go up, you also have to go down for a bit, and then you go up and then down, and it's so beautiful. And the process of valuing yourself and understanding your value, you will also uncover what parts of you haven't been taken care of. Like, when did you first learn to doubt yourself? Who taught you that you're only worth this? Who taught you to value money or value cars or value other people or value things above yourself? Who taught you that? Where did you learn that? How long ago was it? Why do you believe that? What are you doing that's stopping yourself from valuing yourself at your most unlimited potential? Because each of us has inherent God given worth. Each of us matters. Each of us is so much more than what the world tells us that we are. Each of us is so much more than we even tell ourselves we are. Like, ooh, if you saw yourself how God saw you, oh my gosh, you would walk around with chest up, chin out. You would be just walking on 10 all day. And what you have to remind yourself every day that the money isn't worth more than you. People's opinion isn't worth more than you. The amount of views on your YouTube channel, like right now, as I'm speaking, my videos are getting like 10, 5, 4 views a video. And I'm putting out good content. I got thumbnails, I'm editing, I got intros, I'm doing it all. Okay, I'm trying my best. And I had to remind myself every day that Lawrence, you just got to keep showing up. You just got to keep showing up. Like, don't worry about what everybody else got going on. Don't worry about how fast everyone else is growing. Don't worry about any of that. You just got to keep showing up and doing your thing. Yeah, $1 million, not in the bank account right now, okay? Yeah, employees ain't got none right now. Whole photography team ain't got one right now. And you got to admit that sometimes. You got to admit to yourself, hey, here's where I'm at. Just because this is where I'm at does not mean I gotta live my life on a lower level. It doesn't mean that I have to disrespect myself. Oh, my throat just closed up right there. It doesn't mean that I have to hold myself back. it doesn't mean that I gotta value myself less because you gotta see yourself like you're him before you're him. You gotta see yourself like you're her before you're her or they or however you see yourself. The point I'm getting at is you have to, even before you got it all figured out, even before all the pieces are in place, you got to conduct yourself like it is. You have to respect yourself and value yourself regardless of what the money say, regardless of what other people say, regardless of what your job or business or YouTube subscriber count or whatever, regardless of what that says. Because you're not defined by your bank. You're not defined by your report card. You're not. Ooh, my throat keep closing up on me. You're not defined by any of these physical things. You're not defined by what anyone has to say about you. Only thing you're defined by is how you choose to define yourself. And every day, as you learn to value yourself and as you remind yourself, I am worthy, I am lovable, I am somebody worth something, I am somebody worth something. I am somebody worth getting that dream life. I am somebody worth living in the place I want to live. I am somebody worth getting an A plus. I am somebody who deserves to be treated like somebody. And it starts with how you see yourself. It starts with how you look in that mirror and you say, hey, here's my life, here's where I'm at. But I don't gotta act like this. I gotta act how I see myself up here. And your behavior will teach you things about yourself that your words don't. Your behavior, like you can say outside of your mouth, like you can speak all the time. I'm worthy, I'm lovable, I'm this, I'm that. But look at your behavior. Do you conduct yourself like somebody who is all that? Do you conduct yourself like you love yourself? Do you treat yourself like you love yourself? Do you wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, comb your hair, take a shower, do whatever you gotta do like you love yourself? Do you take care of yourself like you love yourself? And I'll be the first one to admit, sometimes I used to hold myself back so much. I used to go days not brushing my teeth. I treated myself so bad. And what I realized is that your behavior is going to reinforce how you see yourself. Your behavior is going to reinforce how you see yourself. If you treat yourself like you don't matter, you're going to start thinking you don't matter. If you treat yourself like, man, I can only achieve this level in life, I can only stay working at McDonald's forever, I can only go to community college, I can only do this, I can only do that, that's all you're going to do because that's how you see yourself. That's how you treat yourself. That's how you believe about yourself. And it's these beliefs that are going to create our life. I was on a podcast earlier and I was explaining that how your beliefs create your reality. If you believe you can't, you won't. If you believe you can, you'll figure it out. And if you believe that you matter and that you're worthy and that you're valid and that your worth isn't tied to your bank account and your worth isn't tied to what grade you got on the test and your worth isn't tied to what somebody got to say about you, you're going to wake up every morning on 10. You're going to wake up every morning believing that you can, and you're going to wake up every morning going about your day like somebody who knows they're somebody. Have a wonderful, fantastic, and blessed day. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can also purchase my books and apply and get one-on-one coaching call with me below. And if you're a podcast or school principal or run a youth-focused organization, you can contact me at lawrence@lawrenceharris.com. Have a great, wonderful day. Treat yourself like you love yourself.